Okay, hi everybody. I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're focusing on the last few weeks of school. We've got this week and next week that we're going to be learning about some of these things, and then you're going to be working on a culminating task. So, our essential questions are: how do courageous people face and overcome challenges such as inequality? So, that word inequality means not equal. So, how do courageous people face challenges dealing with being treated differently, things that are not equal? There's all kinds of inequalities that we've studied this year. We have studied or their very first book about Malala, we studied about the fact that she was fighting for girls the right to go to school. So she thought there was an inequality there. Boys got to go to school, girls did not. Everything, girls were treated differently than boys. So there was an inequality that she fought for. Okay. And then we moved into with social studies. We've been learning a lot about the wars, and we've been learning about what people are fighting for and all the inequalities and the injustices in the United States with people of color in particular. We learned a little bit about slaves. And then we learned about how abolitionists fought for that inequality, because under the Constitution it says all men are created equal, but those people were not being treated equally. We are reading right now a book called Brown Girl Dreaming, and you're going to see some more of that in there. She talks about the marches because of desegregation. Today, you are going to read yourself an article about Ruby Bridges. And for those of you who don't know, she was the first African American girl to go into a school when schools were desegregated in her state. So you're going to read an article about her and how she fought for inequality at the young age of 6. So we're talking about how do courageous people face and overcome challenges such as inequality. Yesterday, you read the book about courageous people who changed the world, and you took notes about how those people fought for inequality. So keep that in mind, because you're going to bring in all these examples that you've been reading. You're going to bring in, that's going to be your text evidence as you do your culminating tasks. So you're going to be able to bring in these examples of all these people we've studied throughout the school year, the people that we're studying right now this week. Okay. So today you're going to be reading Walking Tall in ReadWorks yourself and taking the quiz yourself, and I will see the results. And then you're also going to read the Struggle for Equality and take the quiz on that. As you read both of those articles, you need to add to the chart the Foursquare that you've made on yesterday. Okay. If you have not listened to or read Little Heroes, Courageous People Who Change the World, that was Tuesday's assignment. If your power was out and you didn't get to see Tuesdays, I want you to go back and make sure you do that. Even if you don't do social studies, even if you don't do the writing assignment, I want you to go back and make sure that you do Tuesday's reading assignment. I think you'll find the book interesting, and it's going to be important information for you to do that Foursquare. It's a Foursquare on both sides, okay? And then read the two today in ReadWorks and add to the Foursquare from yesterday. You can create a new one. So I want you to take notes all week, keeping in mind the question, how do courageous people face and overcome challenges, specifically inequalities? All right, that is your main focus for the next couple of weeks. And then we're also going to be focusing on the question, how can individuals use their unique abilities to fight for inequality? So we all have special strengths and special abilities, and some people have the ability of written word. Some people become authors, and that's how they work on things. Malala was that way. She spoke, she gave speeches. So different people have different abilities. How can individuals use their unique, that means ordinary, true to you abilities to fight for equality? And then we're also, as we read this book and all these stories that we're reading, thinking of the question, how can stories help us understand the experiences and perspectives of others? Because we don't know what it was like to be we don't know what it was like to be Ruby Bridges, right? So we have to read her story to kind of get an understanding of her perspective and her experience. We have to read about it. We weren't her. We didn't walk in her shoes. So stories help us understand the experiences and perspectives of others. Those 3 questions are going to be what you answer in your culminating task. You're going to dig deep. Okay, we've been working on this all year of making you good writers, good readers, good writers, and thinking for yourself, forming your own opinions. And that's what you're going to work on this last big culminating task for Miss Jarrett. And I can't wait to see it. I'm going to read some more of Brown Girl Dreaming in just a minute, but I'm going to end this video. So this is kind of your instructional video just to tell you to keep in mind those 3 questions as you read your ReadWorks articles. Today I'm going to read Brown Girl Dreaming, but we're just going to read it. You're not going to have any response questions to it because your main assignment is going to be to read your ReadWorks articles, listen to this, take notes in your Foursquare, and then you will also have a writing assignment and something to do in social studies. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.